All right, I want to do a recording for the introduction to Microsoft Word, and I want to do this using the hands-on exercises. So in my book right now, I'm looking at page 82, but I'm not going to go in the exact order that they do in the book, but I'm going to go loosely in order and do all the hands-on exercises. So the first thing you want to do, open up the course web page, go to our course web page, scroll down to the Microsoft Word portion of the course, and right here is the student data files. Now, I copied these from over here, the publisher site, and I just put them on the web server. I thought it'd be easier for all of us, for you and for me, to get the files here. So, for example, we're going to work in Word Chapter 1, and we want to eventually use this W01 camps document. So if I just simply clicked right now, it would open up in Word. But I'm going to right-click and save link as, and I'm just going to save it to my documents. And it put this one there because I've downloaded this before on a different take. And I'm going to replace it. You won't get that replace here. But again, you need to right-click and save it. Now, why it opened it, I don't know, but I'm going to close it. I'm going to close out of Word. And then to start Word, let me shrink this down. We're not going to need that anymore. Hit this, go into Word. And 2013 is what I have on this machine at home. Is probably about the same. Well, I've compared a lot. It is basically the same as what you're going to have. So we have a brand new document. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it. You should save it under your new folder. Essentials Computing, and then Word, and then Chapter 1. Probably if you did that exercise correctly. I'm just going to save it in my documents, and I'm going to call it something like Word Hands on 1-3. And I'll let the extension go in there. Okay, and then this sometimes will come up. If you're upgrading to a new version of Word, this will come up. It's not that big of a deal. I always hit OK. And that's it. So the first thing they want us to do, we need to get some, import some text. So to do that, we go to Insert. Now over here in the text area, I'm going to do text from file. So if you have it all the way open, it might look something like this. Okay, but I need to make it so it fits on the screen here. Okay, so I'm over here. I want text from file, and browse over to wherever, you would scroll down and browse over to wherever your document was. I have it opened up to the proper directory. That's why I chose it. And it'd be easy to find it. Well, hopefully it's easy to find it. Okay, so W01H1 camp, sorry about that phone call. Hit insert, and there we've inserted this text into our, so now we have a document. And let me just save it right now. So it saves. And they want us, so I'm going to kind of skip around and do some stuff here. They want us to put a hard return after finest. By the way, Control F for find. If I wanted to, I could. I use this all the time. This isn't in the hands-on exercise, but I think eventually he shows it. But anyways, just want to show you how you can find things. That works for every software. I use it in the browser all the time when I'm looking for a particular thing on a web page. And then they want us to put some text down here. Explore nature. Okay, just type in those things. I would normally just type and type away, and then I fix my errors later, but I don't see any obvious errors at the moment. Okay. Okay, they want us to do spelling, so I'm going to move. You don't really have to, but I move the top of the document here. And then under review, I'm going to hit the spelling and grammar. And so this little box opens up, and we can change the words. You can clearly misspell, change that to native. This should be its is a contraction, but here we're showing possessive, so we just want its. This should be for, and that's it. And then down here, it wanted us to change observation center and participating if nature. So this really should be by hand. There's some things that just to show you it doesn't catch everything. And we want to make sure this is all on one page. So notice how it accidentally went down here. So there's a couple things we can do to fix that. I'm going to select this text with my mouse. I just clicked and dragged and selected it. And I'm going to go into the paragraph here. I went to the Home tab paragraph. I'm going to see how many spaces they put. See, they have 10 points after each line. I'm going to take that down to 6. It still didn't bring it up. I'm going to now make it single spacing. And that brought it up. So this is 6 points after each line. I'm not exactly sure what a point is, but that's what it is. And then I took it from 1.15 to single spacing. There's still a page here, so I'm going to click down here. By the way, you can hit the reveal codes, which is on the Home tab, this little button right here. Actually, they call it show hide, and it shows all the hidden characters. So I see I have a leftover hard return here. I'm going to get rid of that, and that got rid of that page. So a lot of times you're going to have an extra page accidentally, and those are some things you can do to get rid of that extra page. We could have also got rid of some of this huge margin up here. Okay, right here, they want us to insert a sentence. The series, so this is basically showing you how you can edit with Microsoft Word. Okay. So sorry for that pause. Let's do a footer. So to get into header footer mode, I double click. You can either double click. There's a couple ways to do it. I always double click way in the top, or I double click way in the bottom. It wants us to do a footer. By the way, notice it puts it in the header and footer mode either way, and that this is grayed out. So down here, it wants us to, oh look, it put it on 2 different lines again. Well, we can fix that later. Down here, it wants just to type in U.S. fish and service, and then tab over, and it wants us to put in the name of the file of the document for some reason. It's kind of an oddball thing to do, but just wanted to show you how to do that. And we could just hit document title right here. Whoops, we don't want that. It wants document info. Here it is right here, file name. And then to get out of this, we could just hit this, or we could click up here, or here, I'll show you. We could hit this, it would close it. But I'm going to double click up here and see it takes us out of that mode. It wanted us to change the margins. Let's do that real quick. So page layout tab, margins. It wanted us to hit the narrow. And so let me zoom out to show you what that does. See how it made the tabs real narrow. And then it wants us to go back in and put 1 inch. So let me go into margins, custom margins, and it wanted a 1 inch here, or we could just scroll up to 1 inch on each side, left and right, 1 inch. So it kind of looks the same. I'm going to actually go into margins, custom margin. I'm going to decrease. Oh, the top's already at a 1/2 inch. So we have something weird going on here. This top, we have a lot of extra space here. So to see what's going on, I'm gonna do my reveal codes, and oh, we have a big return right there, and a lot of space underneath it. So to see what's going on, See, there's 10 point after. I'm going to take that down to nothing and bring that up. That still didn't. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this hard return here. Anyways, that should have brought this back up, and it did. Okay, so I just got rid of some of this space up here, checking out some things, stuff like that, to see how it could work. Okay, so they would like us to put in a watermark, and let me show you what a watermark is. So to do that, we go to the Design tab, and then way on the right, hopefully this shows up for you, on the page background group, we're going to have watermark. And we want we'll just do a custom one. Okay, and I want it to be text, English, and the text I want to say draft. Okay, and the color, oh, they have it as some sort of weird pinkish color. So I don't know where they got that from, but that's fine. I'm going to choose this really light pink here, because I want it to be barely you can see it, but still. Oh, that's not dark enough. I'm going to pick this green here. Still not dark enough. I don't know if you can see that draft there. It's there. Let me go back and make it even darker. But let me go and use one of their colors. There we go. You can kind of see that draft. So drafts are, boy, if you're ever working or write a memo and you don't want it to be released to the public yet, you can put a draft underneath it. And if anyone ever copies it, it says draft. So you're safe. So they want us to put a little trademark after the word striker right here. And what you can do, there's all kinds of symbols in Microsoft Word. I went to the Insert tab, Symbol, and then we'll look for the trademark right here. Now, we could have scrolled down. There's all kinds of them. One of the common ones, I'm just going to throw it in here just for the heck of it to show you, is the copyright right here. If you ever want to copyright some, a paper that you've written or something like that, that's how you do it. I want to show one oddball thing that I don't know if it's in the hands-on exercise or not, but if you go to page layout, and you can change your orientation to landscape. So let me show you what that looks like. See how the paper, if you print it out, would be like horizontal. Like if you're making a poster or something, you may want that. But I'm going to undo that orientation. I just want to show you that. It doesn't really apply here. It would make sense to do it here, but it is something that's not completely uncommon to do in Microsoft Word. We do that in Excel too, by the way. Okay, they want us to insert another letter, so I'm going to go at the bottom of my page and hit Control Enter. Control Enter forces a page break. Okay, now I don't know why that's centered, but it is. But I'm going to go and back to here, and it wants us to, I'm looking over here, W01H2 letter. W01H2 letter. I'm going to right click, save this as, and I'm going to save it in the same place. Okay, now I don't know why it wants to open up Word, but right here, then I do the same thing. Insert, object, text from file, and W01H1 letter. W01H1 letter. There it is right there. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so there's a couple more things that we obviously should check spelling and things like that. There's a couple other things they have, but I'm not going to do that. Let me show you one more thing here. I'm going to put a header with a page number. So I double-clicked on the header, top of page. I'm just going to put a plain page number here, and I'm going to tab it over. Something like, let me show you what that does. This is really common for your professors to want page numbers. Now here we accidentally made a blank page again. It really wants to do that. to fix that, I'm just going to move this up if I can. So this, we haven't covered this yet, but we will. This is word art. Later on, we'll cover word art. We'll make some word art. But now, see, I got it all just on 2 pages, which is kind of nice. So this doesn't cover everything, but it covers all the stuff that I wanted to. I want to show you one more thing. In the File tab, there's all kinds of properties over here. The authors, you can edit those. You can inspect a document. I'm going to have you run through that. And things like that. I don't use this too often. There's a way to check the level of your writing, like if it's a 6th grade writing or senior level writing or something like that. I've actually never used that before, but I know it's there. People do it. Things like that. So that's about it for the introduction to Word, and that should run us through. Again, see, now I'm looking on page 98. I'm up into the second hands-on. And I think you can hear me kind of rifling through the pages here. Hands-on 3 has you print. Just let me show you some print options here. I'm going to skip over some of the stuff in hands-on 3, but you certainly would be nice to go through it. Some of it converts to a different form, like a different version of Word. What I use in Microsoft Word Law is I convert from a PDF to Word, and there's really nothing you have to do that. All you do is start Word and open up the PDF, and it converts it for you. It's really quite nice. If you wanted to print, you could just hit print here, and then there's all kinds. So here's, you can see this is my printer I have at home. You could print just the current page. You could select certain pages, like I just want to print page 1. If your printer has the ability, you can print on multiple sizes. My copier at work fortunately has that. That's how I print the tests on 2 sides and things like that. So collated, stapled, things like that. And then this could be your printer properties. You can see now I've opened up an application for my Epson printer here at my house. I have different options here. Okay. So that's about all there is to printing. And that's about it for the intro to Word. I'll come up with another video here for the next chapter pretty soon.